Hey guys, my name is Sebastian, I'm 24 years old, I'm from Germany. Sarah, thank you for having me in the Guess His Type series. Normally people who take part in this series answer questions, but I will instead talk about my daily life, what I do and what I currently think about. There are two reasons why I do that. The first reason is that I lack self-awareness. I'm the type of person, I constantly change my preferences towards, for example, things that I like or things that I dislike, and I think I'm not really aware of what I actually really like and what not. The second reason is I can't work with these open-ended questions. You need to give me options. If you ask me, am I more afraid of a lion or a poisonous spider, I would say be the spider. But if you just ask me, what are your fears in life? Honestly, I wouldn't know how to answer the question. So let's get started. I currently think about if I should get my master degree afterwards. About 1 year ago, I received my bachelor college degree in business law. That's a mix of law and economics. And after that, I immediately started with my self-employment. I have two businesses going on. My first business is that I work as a communication coach. I teach people how to have better social interactions, how to be more quick-witted, and how to be better at speaking. Not only public speaking, but also how to be more precise with your words and how you communicate with others. I also work as a writer. My books aren't too theoretical, they are very action-oriented. You know, they're those typical 100-page self-published Amazon books. They are like practical guides and they teach you, well, the stuff that I just mentioned. My second business, and I would have never imagined that I ended up in this job, is that I work as a social media marketing consultant. The reason why I'm still surprised how I got into this job is that I really hated marketing back at college. I'm still not interested in the theoretical side of marketing because it's shown as a profession which is all about creating something out of nowhere. And this is what I completely suck at. As a consultant, it's different. You share your knowledge. You read a book, you apply the knowledge, and then you share it. Sometimes you skip the applying part and you just teach it to others. And I think this is fine. But if you ask me to create a slogan or do your web design and just create something out of nowhere, honestly, I wouldn't know how to work with that, which is why I didn't like marketing back at college, because this was pretty much everything I would have been taught there. What I'm not surprised is that I ended up in my coaching business, because even back in school, I was very good at speaking. I must be honest, nobody wanted me to be in their team when it came to the problem solving part. I'm someone, when I'm not interested into the topic, I just say, let the others do the work, you know? But in most cases, I'm also just not a very problem-solving person itself. I'm the person who gives the presentations, and this is where my former schoolmates wanted to have me in their team, because they knew I am the best at giving presentations at school. So it's not a big surprise that I ended up in my current business and just what I do. The reason why I'm thinking about getting my master's degree afterwards is, well, when you're self-employed, you're in a free fall all the time. Like, you're never really safe, you never really have security. Especially the last months have proven us that even when you're employed, you don't really have something like a job security. But when you're self-employed, it's always this small span between being an entrepreneur and being perceived as unemployed by others. And although things work out well, I'm really doing well with my businesses, it's like, as I already mentioned, you're in a free fall all the time. And if you have master studies as a backup, you still have that rope you can hold on to, you know, that stops you from falling. But another reason is, I think, because I lack passion. I'm the type of person, I don't really know what I burn for. Imagine that as some kind of a pyramid system. You have interests, hobbies and things you like, but the top of that is missing. You know, a lot of people, they just know what the meaning of life is. They know what they burn for. I don't know. Like, even when I read a book that forces me or asks me to think about what my meaning of life is, I mostly skip that part because I simply can't answer that question, you know. It's just when you're self-employed, you currently have to worry. Like, not currently, you constantly have to worry. It's like you wake up and you start from the beginning every day. This is on the one hand a good thing because you have many challenges and you don't get used to one thing too fast and you have to do that over and over again. But there are also some shadow sides. Like, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I received my first negative reviews on my books, and that really got me down a little bit. It's like I have this unknown fear. I don't really know if I'm afraid of losing my freedom or if I'm afraid that I won't make any money anymore. There's just this unknown fear. I can't describe it. This is what I meant with bad self-awareness. I don't really know what scares me in that area of life, although it is something I deal with every day. To me, the entrepreneur lifestyle was very appealing, and thanks to that, I could figure out that self-discipline is something that gets very close to what my meaning of life is. I consider myself to be a very disciplined person. I follow strict morning routines. I plan time for reading every day. I start my day after I finish my routine with 30 minutes of solving Sudokus to mentally prepare myself to stay mentally fit. I work out a lot. I try to eat as healthy as possible. But there's also a shadow side, and that is that I often tell myself I don't do enough. I just don't understand how some people can be like this. Today I worked out the first time after 40 days. I'm super happy with myself and I'm more like, okay, today I did this, this, this and this, but it's still not enough. Tomorrow I have to be better. On the one hand, it's good because you set high measurements for yourself, but on the other hand, you're never really satisfied with yourself. And having this competitive nature is sometimes even frustrating. Saturday, I was at my worst again. There's this one video game I play over and over again, and in this video game you can do time challenges. I did very well. I uploaded a gameplay. This is called a gameplay. And I received many likes within such a short time. And I thought, great. People appreciate what I do and what I'm very good at. But then someone defeated my time and I thought, now it's time to accept the challenge. I sent him a message, I texted him, hey, I saw you defeated my time, it's time for some competition. And I tried and I tried and I tried for almost 1 hour. I defeated him at the end, but I almost gave up. And then there was this side of me that I really hate. I would tell myself things like, oh man, why am I never the best at everything? Why am I always number 2 or number 3? Why do people just not appreciate me? I just want to be the best in what I do. You know what? I will just delete this gameplay because if it has never been there, there's nobody who can defeat me. Well, again, I made it at the end, but afterwards I was like, dude, you were so whiny. I mentioned that I read many books, and the books that I read are at least 95% all about social skills. They're about how to convince people, how to be more charismatic, how to negotiate better, how to be good at public speaking, and how to have better conversations. But many books are also about, I consider that a social, no, this is not really a social skill. I would say 70% social skills and about 25% all about, well, self-improvement, such as how to have better time management, how to be more efficient, and how to, well, grow a successful and positive mindset. I didn't really like reading back then, but it is a hobby, and I just like to work on myself, you know, setting myself those challenges, do something to become better. And it's sometimes very hard, but when you can tell yourself you made it, you're really happy with it, you know. But sometimes there are also some shadow sides. I already mentioned that, but I want to go further into this again. I can be very neurotic. I'm the type of person, when I leave the house, I push against the door 5 times, and although I know I have enough money with me, I still check if I have enough money with me when I enter the supermarket. When I pack my bag for holiday, it might be that I think about unpacking everything again just to see if it's really there. And when I started to work on myself, I realized that exactly this behavior is a disadvantage. On the one hand, it's good because you consider everything and you get things done, but you just think all the time. And I'm more organized up here. I like to have my room cleaned up. I try to be on time always, and I always make it, but I'm more organized up here. It's like this. While I'm working out, I plan what is next. I think about, okay, after my workout, I take a shower, then I meditate, then I read a book, then I write my financial plans. Wait, what? No. First I read a book and then I meditate. Okay, I have to restart again. After I worked out, I would take a shower, and so on. It's like when something is out of line here, you know, when something is not in order, I have to rethink again. Even when I know I have 2 hours time to prepare everything because guests are coming, for example, I organize. I have to do this, this, and this. And when it's not fully done, I have to restart again. This video here, it is quite spontaneous, I have to admit. But I planned many things in detail. Yesterday I walked around my room for about 1 hour just to make this as perfect as possible. I already created a video and I sent it to Sarah, but I wasn't really pleased with the result. I sometimes do more than it's actually required. I can remember it was about 3 years ago, no, it was 2 years ago, I met one of my professors in his office because I wanted to talk to him. And when I entered the office, he was like, I never had this before, that someone sent me 3 or 4 mails before he or she entered my office. And I was like, yeah, well, I thought I would have to do this. No, you can just come here. This is why it says on my university profile, you can come here at 2 p.m. And I was like, yes, but you're a busy professor. Maybe I would have to schedule, you know, that I meet you here today. I have to think about my conversation I had with Sarah. I already sent her a video, but I wasn't really pleased with the results. The setting was bad, the lighting was bad, and I wasn't really pleased with my language skills because this video was too spontaneous. This is quite spontaneous as well, but the last video was too spontaneous, and I sent her about 10 messages. It took us many days to get this done here. I'm sure, and this is what I texted her, Sarah, I'm sure you're probably used to have this much easier, but I'm known to making things more bureaucratic than they actually have to be. At this point, I just end this video. I think I considered everything and talked to you about everything that you have to know about me. I wish you good luck with my typing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. I'm out.